Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Let me ask you something. What if I told you that the loudest thing you could ever say is nothing at all? Right now, your silence isn't weakness. It's not avoidance. It's power. Your silence is forcing them to face something they never wanted to confront, themselves. Because when you stop explaining, stop chasing, stop giving them the reactions they crave, you starve their ego in ways words never could. It's in that empty space, where your presence used to be, that they feel the most uncomfortable. They thought they had control. They thought they could play the game, leave without consequence and come back whenever it suited them. But what they didn't realize, the moment you stopped speaking, the moment you stopped giving them your attention, was the moment you reclaimed all the power. This is how Stoicism teaches us to rule our own minds, how to detach from outside validation, and how, in your silence, you reveal their true dependence on control. Today, we're breaking down exactly why your silence is doing more damage than they ever expected, and how you can continue to use it to not only protect your peace, but to rebuild your strength. Before we dive deeper, drop this affirmation in the comments. My silence is my strength and they feel it. Let's begin. Number 1, they thought you'd always break first. When someone takes you for granted, it's never because you lack value. It's because they believe they can get away with it. They test you, they push boundaries, they expect you to react with anger, sadness, desperation, because that's the pattern they've built, a cycle where they control the tempo and you dance to their tune. But silence breaks the cycle. They thought you'd always send the first text, that no matter how poorly they treated you, you'd still come back, seeking closure, offering forgiveness, proving their importance. They never prepared for the day you wouldn't. And now that day has come. Instead of explaining yourself, instead of pleading your case, you've gone quiet. Not because you're weak, but because you finally understood. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. At first, they pretend they're unaffected, posting, laughing, pretending life is untouched, but deep down, their ego is starving, because it was never about the apologies. It was about control, and now they have none. Drop this in the comments. I'm not an option. I am the loss they never saw coming. Number 2, their ego thrives on control, and you took it away. A fragile ego craves one thing: control. Control over how you feel, control over your reactions, control over how the story ends. For so long, they pulled the strings. A delayed response here, an empty apology there, just enough to keep you hooked, never enough to truly value you. But Stoicism teaches detachment, the power of not reacting, of not giving others the ability to dictate your peace. And now you've mastered that. You left them unread. You walked away quietly. And their world, it's spiraling. They scroll through your feed, check mutual friends, desperately scanning for signs that they still have a grip on you. But there's nothing, only silence, only uncertainty. And the ego hates what it can't predict. Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Right now, their imagination is running wild. They wonder if you're thinking about them, if you've moved on, if you're better without them, because they no longer have control over your mind. And that is their greatest loss. Drop this in the comments. I am free from their control. Number 3, your silence forces them to face themselves. Here's the truth they never wanted to admit. They weren't just using your attention, they were using you to avoid themselves. While you were in their life, you poured love, patience, and validation into them. You believed in their potential, even when they didn't. But Stoicism teaches us, he who is brave is free. And now you've bravely walked away, freed yourself from carrying the weight of their insecurities, and in your absence they're left with nothing but a mirror. No more emotional safety net, no more guaranteed support, no one checking in. They might distract themselves, posting, partying, jumping into shallow connections, but the void remains, because they don't miss just anyone. They miss you, the one who saw them, forgave them, believed in them. But that version of you, it's gone. You've stopped giving, and they're left to face the emptiness they've been avoiding all along. Number 4, the harder they try to forget you, the more they remember you. Ever tried not thinking about something? It's called the white bear effect. The more you push a thought away, the more it returns, stronger. And that's exactly what's happening. They tell themselves, I don't care. I've moved on. But every time they try to erase you, your silence echoes louder. A song, a place, a phrase. Everything becomes a trigger, because you aren't just someone they dated. You're now a constant in their mind, a reminder of what they lost. And Stoicism reminds us, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Their thoughts, consumed by you. Every moment they try to suppress it, they reinforce it. Drop this in the comments, I am unforgettable, and they feel it. Number 5, pride is their prison. Let's be honest, the only thing stopping them from reaching out now? Pride. Not love, not logic, not healing, just ego. They check their phone but can't hit send. They replay old conversations but refuse to break first. At first, pride feels like power, but over time it becomes a prison. They could reach out, but they won't, because to admit they miss you is to admit they lost control, and all the while you're free. As Seneca reminds us, he who is brave is free. While they stay stuck in pride, you're moving forward. Drop this in the comments. Their pride is their problem, not mine. Number 6, you've outgrown them and they know it. Here's what hurts them the most. You're no longer the person they left. They expected you to stay stuck, waiting, hurting, hoping for another chance. But instead, you grew, you healed, you became someone stronger, someone even they don't recognize. They scroll through your life now, and it terrifies them, because they know the version of you who tolerated their games no longer exists, and that's a loss no apology can fix. Marcus Aurelius said, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed. The injury, you didn't chase, you didn't beg, you evolved. And that's the final blow. Your silence is their mirror. At the end of the day, your silence speaks volumes. You don't need to argue. You don't need to explain. You don't need to prove your worth. Stoicism teaches us the ultimate lesson. Detach from the external. Master your mind, and let your absence speak louder than words. They are left to face their pride, their emptiness, their loss. You walk forward untouched, unbothered, unshaken. If this video resonated with you, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And remember, you are the lesson they never saw coming.